regional TV and national TV, and they'll go, Mr. Jones, your conspiracy theories about plans to put us in camps, and your conspiracy theory about how the Patriot Act's for the American people. Come on, sir. And I'll say, well, the John Warner Defense Authorization Act states that they're preparing Homeland Security through NORTHCOM to put regular troops on the streets to police the American people and to fight against revolution, insurgency, rioting. Again, that is pointed at the American people. That's pointed against the mass of the population. The whole NORTHCOM, the whole thing, publicly is pointed at us. It isn't our government. It isn't our military. It isn't our FBI. It is totally controlled by foreign, offshore, ruthless, arrogant corporations that want a total tyranny in place so they can rob, steal, and loot. And if you protest or demonstrate or sue them or try to stop them, they'll just come and arrest you and you'll disappear into a camp. And not only will the general public during this coming tyranny go along with it, many of them out of subconscious fear, they'll engage in doublethink and decide they like it and will cheerleader it, saying, hey, we got to do what the government says and they'll fix it, they'll make it okay, they'll make it all right, when it isn't even our government anymore. When they create regional governments under 10 FEMA regions, which they've done, when they bring us into an SPP, economic union, which is what it is, when they do that, it allows them to create new forms of government outside the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, that run parallel. And then the Supreme Court comes out and announces, yeah, even if police lie to get a warrant or don't have a warrant, they can still use the evidence obtained in your prosecution. That's the new ruling. I read the ruling last night. I saw articles about it a few days ago, but I actually read it last night, and it states no more Fourth Amendment. Now, the Patriot Act stated that too, but now it's been codified in through the Supreme Court. It's had precedent created in the highest court in the land. Now, listen to me carefully. If you go along with this, and if you cower, because I'm telling you scary stuff. My intent is not to scare you into inaction. What I'm doing here is telling you the facts and asking you, are you going to allow a pack of criminal foreign bankers to carry this out? I'm asking police this. I'm asking military this. Military and police and government people. A lot of you have listened to me. A lot of you have contacted. That's where we get a lot of our info. Years before anybody else knew it. But I'm going to ask you right now. Are you going to continue to live in denial, those of you out there who are on petty power trips, are you going to continue to go along with this criminal enterprise with the PR firms that have given you the spin to think you're doing something good? How much more can you deny? How much more? When 65% of Congress doesn't even pay the income taxes to the private Federal Reserve that the citizens do when it's law. When the Treasury Secretary, the new one, being confirmed, doesn't even pay the taxes and says, I don't have to pay him, I'm not going to pay him, when he was contacted by the IRS. Again, just another example of how they're completely above the law. I mean, I'm going to tell you something again, police. $8.5 trillion has been stolen. You understand, the biggest heist in history. And growing. And growing every millisecond. Growing every day. Growing 24/7. I'm asking you a question. Do not live in denial. It is in Bloomberg and AP that War Powers Act was declared over Congress, that we are under martial law. It is on record that Congress was told either you pass this or we just do it anyways under martial law. I've had the congressmen, the senators on. It's on record. You've heard it. Now, is that freedom? I'm going to ask you again. They tell you break all the rules and cut the corners, and now they're getting rid of the laws so you can do it, quote, legally, just like Hitler said he could legally shoot little kids in the back of the head. I don't care if you claim you've got a law. I don't claim if Stalin claimed he had could pass laws because he was a dictator. Do you want to be part of this? Do you want to be involved in this? I'm telling you, it's going to fall. I'm telling you, it's not going to work here, and it's going to be a bloody, stinking mess. And I'm not some hot shot, bravado, testosterone guy who wants to have a war and is all into the idea of dead cops and FBI agents laying all over the place, okay? And dead citizens everywhere. But I'm telling you, You've taught us how to be cowed. You've taught us how to submit. You've taught us how to quietly watch women and children go to prison for marijuana as terrorists. When you lied to the media and said, it's not for the American people, it's for terrorists. And your Military Commissions Act saying you can secretly grab a U.S. citizen, secretly torture them, secretly execute them. Do you think you're immune from this? Do you think you're safe from this? You may think the whole public's cowed, even if you're evil. I'm talking to the psychos out there who like all this and know I'm telling the truth and work for the system. Do you really think that 1% isn't going to fight back physically? Do you know 1% of 300 million people is 3 million? Is this, see, you're going to lose, but your banker bosses offshore, they're going to win. They're going to leave you here in this nightmare, in this scum hole, as all of this happens, with all the propaganda about how you're the good guys and you're doing a great job and you're fighting terrorists and you're watching your butt and you're taking care of the future, when it's the opposite of that. Hey, cops, they put aspartame in all the children's gum now, even if it's sugar gum. You know what that aspartame does? Did you know it is the fecal matter of E. coli? I know. Go ahead and laugh, cop. Go ahead and laugh, FBI. Google now. Aspartame manufacturing process. It is toxic E. coli feces that literally attacks the brain. And that's why people 25, 30 years old are getting Parkinson's and getting Alzheimer's now. It isn't Parkinson's. It isn't Alzheimer's. It's brain-eating toxins, E. coli crap. That's only one thing you're eating. You are drinking sodium fluoride, police, military, FBI agents, and no amount of you laughing and saying, aha, you kook, will change that. You are eating GMO food that in every major GMO study sterilizes and in many cases kills the rats, guinea pigs, monkeys, goats, sheep, pigs they feed it to. You are dying. You are being soft-killed by the New World Order that your FBI training manuals say does not exist, and that people are terrorists if they say it exists. We have your training manuals. We've got them up on Infowars.com, so don't deny that. I know that's restricted information, but we have it. So don't you sit there and use doublethink, and one side of your brain says, I know that's restricted information, and then the other side of your brain says, he's a kook, it doesn't exist. I'm sorry, the world government exists. It's out in the open. Everything we've said's come true. Everything we've said is accurate. No amount of your other federal disinfo agents out posing as alternative news, putting out ridiculous disinfo all day will change the fact that we've been right